For this story, we need to go back a few months, back in January. The transfer window is closing and there is last tasks that we are left to do, very important ones. There are a lot of clubs on one of our players, our striker at Juventus, Gianmarco Di Biase. He's having a great season at Juventus Primavera, being called up with under 23s. And the question is, what do we do? Do we go out on loan and try to get some game time in Serie C, or do we stay at Juventus? But here's the other twist as well. If he does go out on loan, Juventus wants to renew his contract. So in this video, we're going to do something that nobody has ever done, which is bringing you with us behind the scenes of a potential loan move, of a contract negotiation, of a contract extension. Share with you guys our decision making behind this, what I was thinking, why we've done it, what does the player want to do, what the clubs involved are thinking. Loads of information that you just don't easily find out there in the football world from life as a football agent. You know, in this channel there's only real stuff, guys. It's only the real life as a football agent. This is why today I'm filming, because you guys asked quite a few times about loan deals, and also not only that, today it's also about how important it is to not only do the fancy stuff but to do the main bits, and the main bits cover loan deals, cover lower leagues, cover the day-to-day stuff with players, looking after the players always, not only when things are at the peak. This is why you just have to subscribe. Make sure you leave comments along the way and enjoy this episode, guys. 2.5 hour drive now. Let's go.
This is step 4 in the English Football League, and it's great. This is real football, guys. This is where you have to make it if you want to progress and if you want to make it as a pro. I love it.
PM waiting Neo. It came on, it did really well. We are 2.5 hours away from home. Part of it is waiting for the players while they get changed as well and have shower and all sorts. So let me introduce you to the player that we are talking about. The player is Gianmarco Di Biase, 2005 striker at Juventus. There's quite a few videos on the channel where I speak about his deal with Puma, when I share with you guys how we got Gianmarco Di Biase, how we signed Gianmarco Di Biase. So if you've been watching the videos, you know him for sure. He's been playing Primavera, Juventus under 20, and he's been literally smashing that league with a goal every 115 minutes. Top goal scorer in January for Juventus Primavera. He's put some serious numbers and some serious stats, and it's only normal that clubs started to go for him and started to show interest in him. But as an agent, my job is not only to react to this interest, but it's also to plan ahead and try to help Gianmarco make the best decision, try to zoom out a little bit, understand what really is the best for his future. Players sometimes focus too much on the today, the short term, and football is, I know it's a short period of time, it's a short career, but you really need to look at the big picture to have the biggest impact and to make the right decisions as well. Gianmarco already had experience with men's football, scoring quite a lot of goals at 16 years old in Serie D with Pistoiese. But you're at Juventus, you're doing well, you're enjoying life. It's not an easy choice. What would you do? By the way, you guys, let me know in the comments, what would you have done? You know, stayed at Juventus, stayed at a big club, or test yourselves, go out on loan, try to prove yourself and try to make a step up. Be honest. Put it in the comments, guys. I want to read all of them. At the same time though, guys, it's important to not rush into things. Don't forget that Gianmarco had a bad injury a year and a half ago. He's done his ACL, his knee. Yes, you don't want to rush into things, but at the same time, as his agent, I really needed to understand if he was ready for the next step. If we wanted to accelerate that process, that in theory, something that was planned for this summer 2025, go out on loan in Serie C. Well, I believe a lot in Gianmarco, and it's not only about believing in the player, it's also trying to understand when the league he's in is a little bit too easy for him, and if he's ready mentally to be tested. Once I understand this, then my role is to transfer that to the player, or at least highlight this to the player and give the player as many options as possible.
Not bad, guys, not bad. Really want a nice pizza tonight. I know a good place.
As we said, quite a few clubs interested. One stood out for many reasons. One thing I've done, of course, is check the clubs that were interested, watch the last few matches, watch their formation, watch how they play, the style of play. I wanted to make sure that Gianmarco went in the right setup in order to give his best and also help the team as well, contribute to what's their goal, what's their vision, even if it's a short loan. One club stood out. Important day, got the suit out. I see a lot of people online trying to portray the lifestyle of a football agent a lot different from what it actually is. You know, just sharing all the luxury, all the like VIP lounges and supercars and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there is a bit of that, but the reality is that most of it is grafting, traveling on your own and being okay, being in new places, being in your own company. Last night, for example, I went out, find a pizza place, had an incredible pizza, by the way. It was a 9.5 out of 10, incredible. It was Nene in Turin. You just have to really be happy with the journey more than the destination, and you have to be happy in your own company. You have to be okay with it. Today's the 14th of Feb, Valentine's Day. I would have really liked to spend the day with my family, with my girlfriend, with Romeo, but today's an important day for one of our players, and I really wanted to be here for my player.
Let's get back to the story. Not only there was a decision to make if go on loan or not, but once we did decide to go on loan and once we realized that was the right thing to do, all of a sudden Juventus, Gianmarco's club, throw in a new curveball, which was an offer to renew his contract. Now, this is kind of a standard procedure because Gianmarco, there are details I can't disclose, but I can say the stuff that is public domain and that I'm okay to talk about. So Gianmarco's contract ended in June 2026 with Juventus. That meant that if Gianmarco went on loan and does really well in these 3-4 months in Serie C, Juventus will have a player with 1 year left only on his contract, and clubs approaching Juventus and the value of the player quite low because he only has 1 year contract. So it's kind of a standard procedure to offer a renewal of contract, or at least to extend and offer the player 1 extra year. Not only we had to negotiate with the new Serie C club, the club he was going on loan, but we had to negotiate with Juventus as well for 2 things, for both the loan and for the contract renewal, for the contract extension. In the end, we did come to an agreement. It was, you know, we were very happy with the outcome. Gianmarco extended for an extra year, so when a club like Juventus, you know, one of the best clubs in the world, offers you an extra year on the contract, plus some extra things and, you know, a better financial situation, better economics, better bonuses. And career for a football player can be very short, unfortunately. If you're lucky, you can get to 35, 36, 38. If you're, you know, the Cristianos, Ronaldo, 40 and still going. But normally the career is quite short. So there is a lot of uncertainty and you need to find that balance between, you know, believing in your abilities and gambling a little bit and believing that you're going to get a better contract soon. Balancing all that out with the fact that you have an extra year of secure income in an unsecure business. Our job as agents is to put everything on the table, highlight this to the player and try to guide them and help them make the best decision. After a lot of negotiation, it's a done deal. Important day for Gianmarco, very happy for him. That's the main bit. As I was saying, we didn't even have time to celebrate, but because we had to really rush from Turin to Crema because Gianmarco has already debuted with Pergolettese, and 2 o'clock he's got training because tomorrow there is a big match for them. Let me say, guys, just a great feeling. We do a lot of work for all of this. These are the, you know, very small moments where you have to really stop a second and think what you've done, how you helped your player, celebrate with the player, celebrate with the family of the player. It's an important step in Gianmarco's career. So both things, the contract renewal, the extension, the, you know, new contract and the loan. Now, announcing everything. Again, even this might look like easy and simple, but there's loads of things. We always want the club to announce things first, then the player, and we help the player. We put everything together for him. Our social media team puts everything together for him. Then as Entourage, as the agency, and then last, I'll do my bit. You know, I like sharing the journey, so I'll do, you know, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube, as you are seeing now. So I want to take you through that process as well. Basically, Juventus took the official photos with with their photographer, and that's the best photos to use to announce him. So now we are in contact with Juventus to understand what's their timing. Again, even here, small details, but it's all part of the game. Guys, it was too late to eat, the kitchen was closed, but they still made me like a panino with mortadella. Coke Zero, €5. I always love it, guys. When I'm back in Italy, I just can, you know, I grew up in Italy, so I just love it. Good morning, guys. It's match day, Saturday. Look at this beautiful spot from the B&B.
So why Pergolettese? Why Serie C? We are now in Crema. Crema is the home of Pergolettese Football Club. It's a kind of a small town, small village, 33,000 people. Beautiful, really beautiful, and the right place. Not have too much pressure. The club has been doing okay. They've been promoted from Serie D a few years ago, and Pergolettese in the recent 3, 4, 5 years had a great track record from players doing well here, going from Pergolettese to Serie B, which is Italian's championship, let's say. 3, 4 players have done this step, and 1 player in Serie A as well. Even this season, there's been a Serie B club that has bought one of the players at Pergolettese and left him there on loan to finish the season. So all these things, all these factors are really important when considering in the decision in why Pergolettese. Of course, guys, one important thing to consider is, what does the player really think? What does the player really want? Because it's fine saying, yes, Serie C is right for him, just go, just play. But if the player is not feeling it, if the player is not at the stage where he's mature enough or where he believes enough in his capabilities, and trust me, there are players at that level that are not fully confident, then it might be worse for the player taking that step too early. So these are all things to take into consideration.
I just love how Italian cities come to life in the weekend. Everybody's out on their bikes, doing some shopping. It's beautiful. Sunshine is out. It's just beautiful. We're still not sure if Gianmarco is going to start or not, but he was in the starting 11. Let's see if that knock doesn't affect it. So let's go in. Perfetto, grazie mille.
Capoferri, 47 Di Biase e con numero 80 Jawari.
Difficult game, but an interesting one. Great experience for Gianmarco.
Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, 8 a.m. and I'm going to pick Gianmarco up because he's got early training. So we're going to do a quick breakfast, then I'm going to take him to training. Apart from the result, which wasn't good yesterday, but great day for him, great day for Gianmarco, great day for us. So proud, an important step for him. He didn't get much of the ball. They normally play with a tall striker, not being there yesterday, some of yellow cards. They were trying to adapt to Gianmarco, but of course they only been training together for 2 weeks. So to end the weekend, guys, Juventus Inter, massive game in Italy.